Morning, guys. It is November 2nd, 2023. I got a call from a guy. He's got a first company unit, which is a Hydroair unit. First company. Usually a heating cooling unit, and it's got a heating coil, so you need a boiler to feed the heating coil for the Hydroair. And he says it's not working. He said the fan's not working. He said that they were over there, changed the capacitor on it, and it's not working. So it might be that the motor's burnt out, or it could be a board. I believe I have a board for that in the truck. I just kind of stock them boards in the truck because kind of a common problem with the boards. I gotta check it and see what it's doing, see what I get for voltage and where I'm losing my voltage, and see what's happening with it. New customer, I believe. I believe he's a new customer. But, he called me yesterday. I told him I'd go by there today and see if we can figure out what's going on with it. What's ailing the unit, Mama? I'll try to get you some shots over there if I can.
There used to be a thermostat in the front room that...
You got anything turned up upstairs? Nothing's running?
For here? Nothing's... No, if you want me to, I can try it.
Door switch might be.
They replaced the capacitor last week, and it kind of worked for a day.
Works for a day and then shuts off?
Well, no, I would turn it on, and you would hear this struggling to kick in.
That sounds like a capacitor to me.
And then it would kick in, and then the fan would die.
Yeah?
So like for 20 minutes I might get some air, hot air coming up through the vents, and then it would shut down.
Alright, let's take it apart and let's see what the hell's going on with it. See if I can figure out what the hell. You gotta check things with voltage, you know? You gotta check the voltage. Gotta find out what's happening with it, right? You know what I'm saying? Because if not, you're just guessing.
No.
It could be that the motor's... Looks like it's been underwater or something.
You have a...
Has it ever been flooded down here? You're right in the water.
No, it hasn't. We haven't never had, no.
No.
That's one thing we've been lucky. No seawater, no.
Oh yeah, you got a new capacitor in there. The flipping wires look loose on it. That might be it, the problem. You got a relay in there, that might be our problem. That relay might be bad. She's loose as a goose there. I'm gonna have to check it. I've got a fan relay there. It might be that fan relay's bad. Oh, let's see. What do we got here? So this should be a 110 unit. Yeah, white comes in here. Yeah, white. And then a black. Probably that. There's another relay down the bottom down there. It's kind of funky. They don't give you much room, do they?
No, I know.
And where'd you get my number?
Well, you have a really good reputation. My contractor, and then I went online and read all your reviews, and they...
Oh, you read all the bad ones too?
Well, what I loved about the bad ones were you responded to them, and I thought anybody who actually takes a look at these...
Yeah, they're flipping guys. Some of these reviews are crazy, you know?
I know.
Give me a flipping...
No, but your
Guy calls me on the phone, right?
Yeah.
And he says, who is this? It's like, so I say to him, I say, you called me and you're asking me who this is, right? Then he gets upset with me and hangs up on me and says, that's no way to speak to your customer. I said, you're not even my customer. I mean, you're going to call someone, you don't know who the hell you're calling? Who is this? I mean, really? How stupid is that? There's relays down the bottom down there, too, which is kind of fucking weird. Why don't you go turn up the thermostat so we get it to call?
Okay.
The switch is not even, it's not even hooked up. That thing's not hooked up. Yeah. He wants to know who this is. You know what it could be too is got an aquastat here that has to heat up for the fan to come on. So we turn up the heat. Sure sounds like a capacitor to me. Holy shit, mama. We gotta check. See what size. That's a 5. I wonder what size that is. Yeah, it takes a 5. Capacitor takes a 5. I wonder if it's any good. I got the power off to it. I don't like the idea that this thing's kind of loosey-goosey. Let's flip the thing. Yeah, motor don't sounds like the flipping thing doesn't want to. We gotta check this capacitor. It is a 5, but let's check it even if it's any good. Definitely need a motor if the capacitor's good. Did you hear it?
Yeah, I did. That's what we've been hearing upstairs.
Trying to start, and it's like,
yeah,
no good. Microfarads. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, and then the guy gives me a bad review. Open line. No, it's 5 microfarads. So we need a new motor. Microfarads are good on that, unless it's a bad connection. I mean, it could be that too. Let's make sure that that's good before I condemn it, right?
Well, that's the other thing I like.
So you got a kick out of the bad reviews.
No, I got a kick out. Well, I laughed at those, but I like.
Oh, how I responded to them.
I like the good reviews that said you were no bullshit.
Yeah. Calls me on the phone and wants to know who this is. It's like, you called me, you're asking me who this is, and don't you know who you're calling? And they'll upset with me. Oh yeah, how can you talk to your customer like that?
And then one was
fucking
like,
dum-dum. That's what you call a fucking dum-dum, you know? Yeah. Flipping dum-dum.
So you've been doing this by yourself for years?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a little rusty there. A little rusty crusty. Yeah, I've been doing it. Me and the dog. That's it.
Yeah.
That's me and the dog.
No, I know what you're saying about the dog. I had I've lost 2 over the years. And
All right, we'll try that and see if that starts now. Just for shits and giggles. No, the motor's shot. I mean, there is an oiler on there, but we're gonna pull it out and put a new motor. Unfortunately. It shouldn't sound like that.
No, I know.
Yeah, it's just the black and the white. And the black goes through this relay. I just want to make sure I get proper voltage going to it. We'll just check the voltage. Make sure I'm getting 110, right? There's one. That should be there. Alright, just turn that switch on. We'll see if we got 110 coming to it.
Oh, the switch.
Yeah, just turn it on for a minute and I'll tell you to shut it off. Alright, shut it off. Yeah, we got 117, so we got power going to it. We got a good capacitor. And it's not working, so we gotta change it. You got it off there, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so we gotta pull it out and put a new motor in it.
Unknown caller.
Rocket science. Unfortunately. Now we got black. I'm just gonna cut this here so we know what goes there. And then the white, we're gonna go there. I'm gonna cut that there too. Black, white. And then the two capacitors. We'll pull the motor out. Ouch. Yep. Slide this thing right out of here. Never a dull moment. You ever hear that saying?
Yeah, it's been.
Now, what are you retired?
Yeah, I used to work for the Kennedy Presidential Library up in Boston.
Oh, he died from some kind of brain thing, huh?
Oh, that was Teddy. No, Teddy died of brain cancer. But this was the Presidential Library for JFK.
Oh, okay. Now, hopefully I can get this thing out of here without it hitting this beam. What a flippin' shit show. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. What do you think the chances of it coming out are?
Oh, you go get some EW40.
Yeah, we'll see. Gotta get it out and get another motor for it. I mean, that's it. Rocket science. Yeah, you can't make this shit up sometimes, you know?
Oh, I know. So you do all this without a crew?
Without a what?
A crew?
Yeah, me and the dog. That's it. That's the crew.
Wow.
Keep it simple.
Well.
Yeah, she's rusted. Me and the dog, that's the crew. Hopefully I get this thing out of here. I just do little shit, you know, keep it. If it's too much for me, I just refer someone else to do it. Well, I don't know. I just certain things.
Yeah.
Certain things I'll do, certain things I won't.
Like what?
Well, I mean, it all depends on.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I can get a motor for this thing and it'll be all right. Oh, wow. Can't be without heat now, right? Not for
I
long.
know.
The lady will be kicking you out.
So the second floor, you know, is a forced hot water baseboard, so that's working. I had never heard of hydro power or hydro heat.
Yeah, it's just hydronics for the heating, and then you got the AC coil. So you got a heating coil and an AC coil.
Right.
So the heating coil runs off the boiler,
Right.
and then the cooling runs off the AC. It's called Hydroair. It's actually not a bad setup. So
Yeah.
you got heating and cooling, you know. With a boiler, you just have heat, right?
Right. Well, I mentioned that the last time we had one of the AC service, they said, "Oh, you're going to have to replace it next year." But I think I'm going to.
Just replace what you have to.
If you're available, I'm going to call you.
I got gas for it. As long as it's not leaking bad, just put some gas in it. These guys want to sell you a new system so they can make a ton of money on you.
Well, I know.
You know?
I did on another one.
Just replace it if you have to. I mean, if not. Oh no. My WD-40 and my hammer and all that shit. Hopefully we get this thing the hell out of here.
I have WD-40 and a hammer. You want me to get that?
You got it?
Yeah, I can go get it. Just a regular old hammer?
Yeah, and just see if we can get it out of here, hopefully. Hopefully I get it out of there. Might have to drill it out. Motor's bad. Bad motor. Really. I can't move this fucker. Look at him. Gotta be able to move it. Yeah, it's not the greatest down here, is it?
No.
You like being retired?
Actually, I do. I mean, I love my job. If anything, I miss the people I work with, but they're all gone now.
Yeah, that's usually what happens, huh? They get... Gotta be able to move the thing. If you can't move it, it ain't gonna come off. Yeah, you end up missing the people, huh?
Yeah.
See how we move it? It moves back and forth. Once you free it up like that, then it'll come out.
After, 18 years, they kind of became my family.
Yeehaw. She's crusty. That's it right there. We get another motor for it. She's all really.
Oh, rusted?
Well, I mean, gotta find out what size it is and all that shit, right? It's a 110. Emma's, you know, trying to call you. You get that too?
Not as much. I got this thing on Verizon that tells me it's spam, you know?
Yeah.
And then I block them.
I said to him, I said, what do you want, sir? You know? What can I do for you, sir? Gives me a bad review. What am I going to do? I got to respond to it.
Yeah, but do you read all your good reviews?
Yeah, I got good reviews.
You have great reviews. Then there was one you got a bad review and you wrote back, I never even heard of this person. Complete spam or sham.
Yeah, a lot of scams going on. You don't think?
Oh, I do.
It's a half horse. 1075 RPMs. 9 amps. It was on high speed. I got one here, but it's only a 1/3 horse. I need a half horse. That one would probably work. Amps, 6 amps. 110 voltage. 1075, 3 speed. 6.5 amps. Microfarads of 10. That's the one I need.
Yeah, 7 and get home it's 7.
Well, you work a lot of hours, huh?
Well, I loved it though. It was like, you know.
You did?
Yeah, Caroline Kennedy was my boss, and I loved history and politics, so it was a perfect place to work.
No, do you? Obviously, he got murdered, right? They shot. Who shot him? Do they know who shot him?
Well, they still say it was just Lee Harvey Oswald.
Yeah, but you think it might have been someone else?
A lot of people do.
You're not sure?
You know, all the investigation. It's like everyone says. The first question they're gonna ask God is who shot JFK?
No one's 100% sure.
Who shot JFK?
Who do you think did it?
I think it was Oswald. I really do.
You do?
Yeah. 96.
He's what? 96?
Yeah. He worked for JFK. Actually worked in the White House for JFK. And his mind is sharp as ever, but
So there's still
I still wait for that call from his wife that, you know, he's gone.
Oh, okay. He's just kind of getting dementia and shit.
No, it's just, you know, 96, you know they're going to go any day.
96, wow. Yeah.
I don't think I want to live that one.
Sometimes they get a little on the crusty side as they get older like that, you know.
Oh, God, my aunt did. I was her caretaker.
Flipping getting crusty.
Oh, she got so mean in the end.
She got mean?
Oh.
Sure, no.
I was her power of attorney and her healthcare proxy. She just started getting bitter.
It's much better. It's got better machines and there's less bullshit, you know?
Yeah, I know.
It's more of like a
No, I hear you.
It's more of like a weightlifting gym than it is
Yeah.
some of these other ones are more or less for like the public, you know.
They're a huge chain.
They use everything's be fine. Hopefully that fits in there now. I've been going for a long time, and they started that, well, you can't take your gym bag on the floor bullshit. I says, what? What are you talking about? I mean, a fucking trip hazard. A trip hazard, he's saying. What are you talking about?
Well, sometimes people like...
And then they come up with a real reason. Oh, it's our policy, you know. All right, well, I'll go somewhere else. That's all. No big deal. And I started looking around, and I found another place.
You don't play pickleball, do you?
Pickleball?
Yeah.
No, what the hell's that?
Oh, that's this fad that's grown across the country. So they just opened up the mall around the corner on Dartmouth Street.
Pickleball?
Yeah, it's like
You like it, pickleball?
I don't like it. It's like the fastest growing sport in the country.
Really?
So you got a net, and you use paddles, and you...
Pickleball, right? You
Yeah.
just said that right, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. And you hit wiffle balls across the net.
All right, so if I could put this in there, thing's gonna go this way. Yeah, because that's where the... No, it's gonna go that way. Yeah, that's gonna be... Yeah, that way. Like that.
Let me know.
Pickleball, I never heard of it.
Yeah, Google it when you get a chance.
Pickle.
Yeah.
Like racquetball? Kinda?
Kind of, except it's more like a little bit more like tennis in the sense of people on opposite sides of a net. With
Oh,
paddles.
okay, so it's like tennis.
Yeah, yeah. But for
That sounds fun.
well, apparently it is, and apparently anybody can play it.
Tennis is kind of fun,
Yeah.
I would think.
Yeah, when you get a chance, Google it or go to YouTube.
Now, where are they playing this?
Well, almost everywhere. It's becoming apparently it's kind of noisy, so
It is?
people are turning old tennis courts into pickleball courts.
No, I never heard of it.
Oh yeah, Dartmouth is really big now on it.
Pickleball. I mean, wherever you can get the exercise, why not?
Well, yeah, it gets you out of the house.
Get you out of the house. The key is that you get moving. Especially when you retire.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's me. Sorry.
I think that's usually what happens when people retire and then they don't move. Right?
Yep.
And then they get crusty as hell. It don't take long.
Yeah, our next door neighbor is 86, and she walks every day, good 2 miles.
She's walking every day.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Thing's nice and secure there. So, I mean, 2 miles is a little distance. I go like 2.8 with my dog, and it takes me about an hour with her, the dog.
Well, yeah, because she's small, so you gotta consider that.
Well, you know, every couple hundred feet, she's got to stop and take a sniff.
Of course.
You know,
Good
and
for
then
you.
squat down and give a little scent action. You know, give her a marker scent, and then I holler at her, and she's off running again for a bit.
Yeah, when you read the stories about their scent and what their mind tells them from the scent, you know.
Yeah, she leaves her scent, and she's sniffing and doing all that shit. We're gonna put a different this one takes a 10, not a 5.
What's that mean?
Capacitor.
Oh.
I got one. I brought one with me, the size it needs. The motor.
Where'd you have to go to find it?
I had to go to Supply House. We found it. We found it. Alright, Once I get this in, we could strap all this shit down and. Hopefully. Put the fan blade on. I got the right side, right horsepower and all that shit, so it was kind of. I'm gonna try to find one that matches the best you can. With the overall horsepower and amps and stuff you have to look at.
We had on our old place in Boston was a 3-story condo with one boiler. We had the thermostat in our unit, but it was like 40 years old. But the guys who serviced it went, it's still working. It's going to have to replace it.
Oh, why replace something that's still working?
Well, they were just like you.
That's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
I mean, just want to make money on you.
Well, I know. You said that over the phone yesterday. I was like,
oh, it's true.
well, I know it's true, but you were...
Let's see if we can fix the flipping thing first.
Yeah.
Can't fix it? Well, then you got to replace it. But if not, if we can fix it, we fix it. I try my best to do it. Fix things. I can fix them, I fix them. I'm not in it to make a... These guys, they come in there with their flipping tablet, right? And they bend you over the flipping table.
Yeah.
With their flipping tablet. You gotta watch out. Is it in there or no? Don't look like it's in there, right? Sell, 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 sell. You know, that's the thing. A lot of these guys, they want to sell you new equipment. They're not making any money selling the used shit. The old stuff, right? They want to sell you new equipment. If you need it, you need it.
Honest to God, Steve, that was what I was worried about with it.
I don't think that's in there.
With this.
Say that again?
I was worried somebody's going to come in and say, oh, we got to replace everything. Tear out your whole house.
I don't know. The thing is in there. It's kind of not the greatest, is it? It's in. Not the flipping greatest. Well, I put a new motor in it for you. I mean, let's. No rocket science. Put a new motor in there. See what happens. And put the number 10 capacitor in there and wire it up and see how it runs. If it runs, it runs. So we're good.
Yeah.
I did bring a 10 with me. Yeah. Never a dull moment. You ever hear that saying?
Yep. Yep. My mom and dad said it, and I say it.
Oh, they did, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there were 7 kids, so. Never a dull moment.
The other one was a 5. Just do the wiring, the white and the black is high speed. We just gotta check station, make sure we're good. We'll be good to go.
Did you have to apprentice
Me?
to get all your licenses?
Yeah, I did, yeah. Some of them licenses came after I was in business, and I had to take tests and stuff to pass them. It's a lot of that shit's gimmicks, you know?
Right.
They do it so they make money off you.
Oh, sure. I have my real estate license.
Like the sheet metal license, I mean, that came after I was in business forever, so I was able to take the test and get it. Now it's almost impossible to get the flipping thing. You gotta work with somebody for 4 years as an apprentice.
Really?
Just like a plumber. You gotta work for 4 years for somebody to get that. That's not easy. The electrician's the same way. It's a tough license to get. You gotta work for a master electrician for 4 years before you could even go for it.
Wow.
Yeah, plumber, electrician, all the same. It's not easy. They make it difficult for the guys. What's going to happen is all the old timers are going to retire, and then the young kids aren't going to.
That's what they're saying already.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just who's going to work for 4 years before you can even go for a license? It's a long haul. Unless you're home with your parents, it's difficult to do. If they're home with their parents, they could do it, right?
Yeah.
That's the best time when they're young. But when they're older, and then they're older and they're makes it difficult. They got a family and they got bills to pay. It's not easy.
Yeah, I was personally pleased to see how.
So it's going to be on high speed, and the low and medium is the blue and the red here. We're going to cap them for now. We don't need them. Blue and the red. We just cap them. And we're going to tie everything up. She should rock and roll, hopefully. Yeah, no, it's difficult. We don't need these two, but these are the different speeds.
How do you know all of this?
Huh?
I say, how do you know all this?
Oh,
Just by looking at it.
well, I mean, over the years you do it for forever, and
Yes. Have you anyone ever apprenticed with you?
no,
No.
just the dog. That's it, just the dog. All right, see, if I had someone helping me, what would they be doing? I'd be watching them, or they'd be watching me. Right?
Well, right now, yeah.
Suck it in, that's what we want. Suck it in. I do replacements and stuff like this. I mean, if I needed a replacement, I could do that. But
Oh, good.
certain things, I try to stay in my lane, you know?
I'm fine with the replacements as long as I know the.
Yeah, when this thing needs to go, call me and we'll put gas in it. As long as it's okay. You might just need a little douche.
Okay, but if we need to replace, I'd rather do.
Well, that's if you're doing it, it's
Now that
a
I've met
major
you.
leak. That's different. But
Yeah.
just because of the age of it,
Yeah.
some of these flipping guys, like I said, they're kind of like over dramatic about shit. A lot of these guys, they make commission on selling you stuff. So that's why they want to sell it, because they're going to make a commission.
Yep.
They get more money in their pay. All right, so that's not going to hit. I mean, you don't want somebody like that in your house, do you?
No.
Trying to sell you flipping systems because they can make more money in their pay?
Well, we had that experience with
I mean, how stupid is that?
the Renewal by Anderson, those window guys.
Oh, yeah, same shit with them
Oh
flipping
my
clowns.
God, what a ripoff they were.
All right, where's the cover?
Over here, I'll get it.
All right.
Right there.
You get a couple of screws loose. No?
Pardon me? Oh, screws
I said,
loose.
I got a couple of screws loose. Oh, yeah, the window guys are the same way. They'll sell you a flipping.
Ah,
Huh? Sell a gallon of water to Moby Dick.
totally. Show you where they are.
Crazy.
Where'd you find them?
I go, well, they're deep. Oh, they're dead on the
Yeah, there.
Alright. Oh,
The other one go. Oh, it's.
this is definitely an older unit. Nice to have it working, right?
I can't begin to tell you, seriously.
How long's it been since it's been down?
Oh, it's been acting up for a month.
Yeah.
But because we didn't need AC and we didn't need heat, you know, it was kind of like...
You weren't worried about it.
Well, I was worried, you know, and then they put in the...
Capacity.
Whatever you call that thing.
Capacity, yeah.
Capacitor.
That's the first thing. I checked that, and that was good. But you heard the motor trying to start. And
Exactly.
the capacitor was good, and so the motor was fried. We had 110 going to it, and it was still making a noise, so I know it was... I know for sure it was the motor. Now, if we check the motor only at 85 volts or something, well, then it's not the motor, right?
Right.
I mean... Alright, so we got the date there, replace fan motor and run cap. That's it.